Welcome to Slow News Day with Kevin Clark. I am Kevin Clark. The official motto of Slow News Day. Zoom in. You gotta. Above the fold, the New England Patriots. Patriots are the greatest dynasty the league has ever seen. They have the best coach in the history of the sport. They have the best quarterback in the history of the sport. And they also, every couple of years, find themselves in a little bit of hot water. And they're back in hot water again. Dana Rossini reports that Bengals security stops a Patriots employee contractor and says, hey, you got that videotape there. And the employee says, it's good coaching staff you got there. It'd be a shame if anybody filmed it. According to Rossini, the cameraman asked if they could just delete the footage and it will all be forgotten. Beyond that, the Patriots released a statement. This is the important part. They acknowledge that they sought a credential to do a Do Your Job documentary series. So it's the life of an advanced scout. The production crew, without specific knowledge of league rules, inappropriately filmed the field from the press box. Paul Diener, who works for The Athletic, further added light to this by saying it shows about 8 minutes of footage focusing on the Bengals sideline. Folks, if I wanted 8 minutes of nothing, I'd watch Slow News Day. It's a direct view of the sideline as players run on and off the field and coaches make signals for plays. This isn't an over the shoulder of the advanced scout who is doing his job stuff. This is shooting for the sideline. Number one, this is the plot from Argo. Number two, if you look at it, I probably think the Bengals would like a copy of that tape because they would love to know what they're doing. Instead of a 2-year investigation with nip this in the bud Sunday, the Bengals get to cheat, whatever it is. It'll be like Madden. You can turn offsides off. The Bengals can be offsides. The Bengals can pass interference. We don't know if the Patriots were willingly cheating or this was all some scheme. I don't know. All we know is that the Patriots admitted to inappropriately filming at least 8 minutes. That's all we know. Those are the facts. So in exchange for those 8 minutes of video, we let the Bengals cheat. Patriots by 2 touchdowns. Does that sound like a team that knows what they're doing? If anything, that was a waste of 8 minutes of tape. Think of the tape.
I kind of like this chair.
A lot of Wikipedia pages. You can have it. You can just take it home.
No, I didn't mean I liked the chair for my house.
Oh.
I meant I liked sitting here with
Oh, okay. You can also just take the chair. It's not mine. Amy Trask, CBS Sports Network analyst, former CEO of the Raiders, chairman of the board of the Big Three. Do you think we could get a team, a Big Three team? Just us?
All the teams are collectively owned by the Big Three. They're not independently owned. But we could have a conversation if you guys want to be involved with the Big Three.
Oh, no, we want to play.
Oh,
Yeah,
play.
Jackson wants to play.
Play. Do you want to maybe take that off air so we can handle
We
that
can
privately?
discuss it. So you dealt with NFL officials a lot.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about the Patriots and their potential new cheating scandal. Where are we on this?
Hanlon's razor. You familiar with Hanlon's razor? Hanlon's razor teaches us, and I'm going to paraphrase, don't assume that something is mendacious when it could have just been dumb.
Right.
I don't think that this was a high crime or misdemeanor. I don't think that this was done with malintent. I think Hanlon's razor is very apt in this instance.
What about after the tuck rule?
You're really out for,
No, I'm just saying.
Let's just say I didn't go Hanlon's razor on the tuck.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I was looking for. That's a Patriots-related controversy.
I did not go Hanlon's razor on the tuck.
What would you do if you were one of these LA teams trying to drum up interest? Having run an NFL team and living in Los Angeles.
I would take a chunk of seats each game, and I would go into every school district in the area, youth programs, after-school programs, boys and girls clubs, every youth program imaginable. And I would say, come on out to the game. Maybe it would be 5,000 tickets a game. Maybe it would be more. And what I would be doing is I would be building the next generation of fans. But wait for this. I wouldn't distribute the tickets because then those tickets are going to make their way out of the aftermarket and visiting team fans are going to buy them. I would distribute wristbands. And when the kids showed up at the game with adults, don't come on your own kids, bring grown-ups, I would then say, come on in and here's a ticket. That's a way to avoid so many visiting team fans and grow the next generation of fans in the area. You're welcome.
Take that, Chargers.
You're welcome.
Now you don't have to move to London. Just wristbands.
They're
Everyone
not
stays.
going to London.
Well, it might be a good idea for them. I'd like someone to go to London. I'd like to go to London sometime.
I think.
I don't care. Let's do horoscopes.
Oh, okay.
My horoscope is Libra. You've got a long list of things you want to do, correct? Any measures taken to increase your strength and stamina will serve you over the long haul. This sounds like it's pro
exercise, nutrition.
And PEDs. Like I could just do some steroids. HGH?
I don't know that I would have gone there with that, but okay.
That's fine.
All right. I'm a Taurus.
You're a Taurus, okay. Work is sometimes more satisfying than anything an inner circle can provide. This is nothing to regret.
You know what? It is nothing to regret. I will tell you that nothing is more important to me than my husband. But that said, moving on from that, because that didn't say husband, it said inner circle. You don't have to balance if you don't want. You get to define your life as you wish. And if you don't want to balance it, don't balance it. And the whole balancing culture implies that you need to. And if you don't want to, you shouldn't have to.
Should do PEDs.
That's
Yeah.
yours.
Oh, okay.
It's yours.
I thought both of them were implying we should all do PEDs.
What are we looking for?
We're looking for somebody who crushed it. The royal family?
All right, that's a question I have for you. May I interview you about that?
Yes, sure.
What is with the obsession in this country about the royal family? Now,
I think we wish we had a royal family. Instead, we just have the Watt brothers and the Mannings. We have the Mannings.
Rita Ora.
Rita Ora?
She does look pretty good.
That's her. Yeah.
San Francisco opening of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I like Harry Potter stories.
I've never read it.
Okay,
John?
so if you were at Hogwarts, what house would you be in?
I don't know the answer to that. I think Ravenclaw. Is that correct? I don't know. What about you?
Oh, you come on. You don't want to guess? I'll tell you. Slytherin.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely. And by the way, proud Slytherin. I own that.
Means, is that like being a Raiders fan?
Ooh.
Is it?
Maybe it's like being a Raider.
A Raider.
It's like being a Raider.
Autumn Wind is a Slytherin?
I like to think that Al and I were both Slytherins.
I would love for you to have tried to explain that to Al Davis, that he's a Slytherin.
Oh, I once had to try to explain Beavis and Butthead to Al. Because in litigation, no, really.
I know, I can't wait to hear this story.
Well, in the discovery and some litigation, there was a letter or a memo in which someone in the league office described other people, not us, as Beavis and Butthead. My husband describes the conversation as follows. Yes? Mm-hmm. No, Beavis. Beavis. And my husband's looking at me, I'm like, Butthead. Butthead. But it's one word. Right. And I went on and on and on, and I then had to explain to him who Beavis and Butthead were and that it wasn't a compliment. And then I did the
Everything is bad. Should we just put in the Sesame Street guy who died?
No, that's kind of sad.
No, but it's a life well lived.
He brought joy to the world.
It's a life well lived. Carol Spinney, Big Bird, Oscar the Grouch.
Brought a lot of joy to a lot of children.
Brought a lot of joy. A life well lived. All right, we're done.